This show was first broadcast on Free FM 89.0 Hamilton, New Zealand's community access radio station. For more information on our station and the wide range of programs, visit freefm.org.nz.
Hey, Dad.
Johnny, can you help me with this iPhone?
Oh, Dad, just go to UB.
UB, Hamilton's only dedicated Apple authorised reseller and service provider for all your Apple needs, including iPads, iPhones, portables and desktops. Come talk to the experts at UB, Te Awa at the base. To keep up to date with the latest news and announcements, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at UBNZ, or head into stores so we can help you be the best you can be.
This show is proudly brought to you by the #Me Network. And now, #RadioNZ.
/./././././.com.
Welcome to #Radio. I'm Fid McAwesome.
I'm Chris McAwesome.
And I'm V8 Matty.
And we're brought to you by UB. You can check them out at ub.com for all your Apple goodness, including all the new stuff that they announced this week. Also on Twitter at UBNZ and on Facebook. And on this week's Uncultured Roundup, we have some guests in the studio with us.
Yes, we called for heroes, but instead we got the PODfellas.
We got the PODfellas. They're going to be joining us a little later on to wrap up Armageddon with us.
Yes, Armageddon's been rocking Hamilton today. So, yeah, we're going to have their thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, and
you can get along to that tomorrow as well.
Whoa.
Wow, and we're going to have the news as per usual.
Yeah.
That was our little news tease.
That was a news tease. Such a news tease.
I know, right?
And now the news with Carice McAwesome.
Wow, either we're just really eager for me to do the news, or you're just really eager for me to finish the news.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounded pretty awesome, didn't it?
It's really staticky today.
Okay, and this week we've actually got quite a bit. Facebook has bought a search engine called The Find. The search engine The Find literally finds every product that is on sale.
Every product?
Every product.
What, only within Facebook or just everywhere?
This is a search engine.
So it's everything
Facebook have now bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're going to integrate it into their advertising.
So if it's on sale in a small village in Africa,
yeah,
is it going to show up on there?
It'll show up on your Facebook feed as an ad.
Awesome.
Just what we needed. So Facebook have found a way to get us more ads.
Yeah, more ads.
That's exactly what I wanted out of Facebook too.
It's supposed to enhance your Facebook ads experience.
Oh, it's an experience now. Okay.
Cisco researchers discovered a Google leak containing personal details of more than 280,000 customers who had opted into the Who Is security option. The fault that caused the leak was more than 2 years old. Google, once notified, corrected the issue and notified customers.
Nice, that's good of them.
Yeah, it was actually 94% of customers' details were leaked.
Wow.
Leaked to who? To where?
To the world.
To the world?
Yeah.
So there's a big puddle of info somewhere that everyone's wanting a cup of?
Yeah, well, because you know when you sign up to get a website, so it's your name,
yeah,
your email address, your address, your phone number.
Yeah.
It's all of those details.
So
all
it's
of them
available.
are actually available.
You're welcome to my identity. I have multiple ones anyway.
Jay-Z is about... Do you?
I do.
Like, how many?
Batman.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Jay-Z is about to take on digital publishing and standard music labels with his new acquisition of music streaming sites. And rumours arrived that some of the biggest names in music have been invited to be a part of it. Daft Punk, Madonna, Chris Martin and more were at a meeting recently held by Jay-Z who discussed the future of music, videos, artist rights and commercialism.
The future of music with that bunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since then, Jay-Z has since completed his purchase of Aspera, a Swedish company that owns high-def streaming sites, which is YMP and Tidal. Snapchat. Whoa.
Yep.
All their execs are leaving in droves. The latest is COO Emily White. This comes just days after Snapchat actually secured $200 million in funding from Alibaba. You know Alibaba?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And they've
Where you
just
get
put,
your cheap Chinese crap.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've just put all that money into Snapchat. Earlier, co-founder and chief Evan Spiegel had also left, and so had Mike Randall and Sarah Sperling.
Wow.
Google is opening its first garage.
Okay.
It helps small UK businesses with their web problems. The drop-in centre will advise on building mobile websites, developing e-commerce, and optimising internet search rankings.
I actually hope that they just bought a Skyline garage.
It is portable,
Yeah.
so it's going to be in one town for 6 months, and it moves on to
So
another
it's
town.
a shipping container.
Could be. And trending this week, Iron Man has a soft heart.
Oh, does he? What?
I know. Robert Downey Jr. hosted a young boy with a defective arm in a small video that was posted online. Staying in his Tony Stark character, Robert Downey Jr. presented the superhero fan with a bionic arm designed similar to the character Iron Man, complete with light.
That was. Have you seen that video?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was full of the feels.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
created by the collective project Albert Minero, who founded Limitless, and the arm came at no cost to the boy's family.
Yeah, and it was uploaded by Microsoft. It was a fully Microsoft Office plug.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I missed that one. And finally, we can't make it through the news without Apple, mainly because Apple launched so much shit this week.
Yay for Apple.
All of which Fid and V8 Maddie can talk to you about.
Thanks.
Take it away, boys.
Yay for Apple.
Yeah. So
Much conjecture, actually, over all the Apple products.
yeah, the what do you think of the watch?
Oh, it looks very much like the other ones that are available.
No, I mean,
It's rectangular and has a strap, and it's a companion device for sending emails and, or at least looking at emails,
looking at emails, yeah.
getting notifications. Oh, I don't see that it's in leaps and bounds ahead of anything else.
No, well, I was on the free breakfast earlier this week, and we were talking about the watch and stuff. Mainly because Izzy being the Apple fanboy, I thought, we'll give Izzy a go and we'll talk about it. And I was talking about the Apple Watch, and he thought I was just crapping on the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
But this is a general wearable
They
thing.
get very defensive, those Apple fans.
Oh, they do. But
You can try and praise something, and they'll just be,
Apple-
hey.
Yeah. It was
Hey.
it was the wearables in general, though. The watches, like whether you're talking about the Android or the Microsoft one or the Apple one, they're pointless. I don't want one.
See, that's funny because I remember you going on about how you like the watches, the smartwatches.
I like
and you
the
think they're
idea.
Fantastic.
I will still stand by what I said then, is that it still needs a killer app for me to want it. Really, really want it. Once it's got that killer app.
See, I want it to be completely independent from the phone in order for me to want it.
Yeah, you just want a wrist phone.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what I like.
Yeah.
And I want it to have a laser because that would be even cooler.
What does the laser need to do? I mean, just a laser pointer?
So we're
Does it
talking
have to
007
actually-
spec here.
It would be
Burn
better
through
if it could
things.
actually cut through things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, but it would be useful for something.
What you can do with the
Handy in the kitchen, Chris?
I don't do the kitchen. That's Fid's job.
with the Android Wear stuff, you can actually get the 007 watch face from the GoldenEye game.
Cool, but can it do anything that's on the GoldenEye
It's closer.
game?
It's getting closer.
I don't want it to look like I want it to actually function.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another watch that was announced this week as well, though, which was the new Pebble.
What's that called?
Pebble Time, yeah.
I was going to call
There we
it
go.
people too.
All time. That's the Flash executive style one, was it?
No, this is the new one, which is they've gone for a colour e-paper now. It's backlit. It does all the same things as the past one. It's just higher
Oh.
spec and better.
What am I thinking of?
So, and for me,
So
like,
what does a Pebble do?
I've always said that I didn't want a Pebble because I wanted a colour one. If I wanted wearable, I wanted it to be colour. And finally, they've released one. So
Are you going to? What does a pebble do apart from tell you the time?
it does what it says it does. It's just notifications and stuff. Like, it's not trying to be the be-all and end-all smart device like the Apple Watch is.
Well, isn't it that the Apple Watch is supposed to replace car keys?
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that's what they're actually gearing towards with the Apple Watch.
You could do that with all wearables, though.
Make it your
As long as
car
it's
key.
Have
NFC.
keyless entry and stuff for cars and remote fobs and whatever you have.
Do you know what would make a watch smart? As if it could order me a coffee.
But it's got a Starbucks app for the Apple Watch.
Can you order a coffee from it?
There's a
I
service
think so.
here in Hamilton where you can text your coffee orders to the shop.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I can do
with
that
the
with
Apple
my
Watch,
local
you can.
cafe.
Yeah.
Is I can just text an order and go pick it up.
Yeah, well, with the Apple Watch, you can actually preset texts.
So it sets it out.
Yeah,
sends it
so you
out.
could go one coffee at 3 o'clock.
Can we say texts?
I don't know. What is the
Is it
text?
text or text?
I hate when people say
texted?
texters. That annoys me.
Yeah, text is.
It's a pet hate,
Yeah,
but
it sounds like bad grammar.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so they also announced the new MacBook as well.
Yes, back to Apple.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I forgot we were talking about them.
yeah.
Yeah.
The controversy behind this isn't the ugly colour they've gone for. It's not the new keyboard or anything like that. It's the
Plugs.
It's the plugs.
Yeah.
So they've gone for the new USB.
USB-C or...
USB-C, yeah. So it's interchangeable. It's got roundy edges, but they've only put one on there.
They've put one on and none of your devices will plug into it.
Yeah.
So that's really handy.
Now, I actually think it's Apple being forward-thinking here.
Well, there's two ways you can look at it. It's either forward-thinking or it's if we do this, though, everyone will have to change.
Yeah. Well, someone was going to have to do it. Someone was going to have to make that first step because USB-C isn't a new thing. Like, they're
No,
just
it's
the
not.
first to really implement it.
Yeah.
And do we need more USBs because everyone's got cloud storage?
Well, I think plugging devices in,
Like what?
like your phones,
But you can send stuff.
external drives.
Yeah, but you can send
Funny, I
everything to the
actually
cloud.
we had to do a rush job at work and run out and order an external drive to
What?
play a DVD.
Oh, an optical drive.
Optical drive, sorry.
Yeah, because nobody had any optical drives.
No,
Yeah.
because we're all on Macs.
Yeah.
What's the world?
Like I said a year ago, remember? Optical drives will be dead by the end of the
Yeah,
year.
okay, I concede.
Yeah, I was right.
Yes, you were
You're
right.
not right.
This is the one time I was right.
But I had to rush out, find one. It was actually really hard to find one. No one had any on stock, so we had to order it in.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
Because someone sent it old school.
I actually think Apple's just been forward thinking here. They've decided to be the ones that do it first.
Now, what's the thing with the watch with the charger, the magnetic charger or something?
Oh, it's the same thing that LG did with theirs.
But it doesn't come with it.
What?
You got to buy it separately, don't you?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That kind of
I
makes sense
didn't.
for Apple.
It does, eh? That sounds like the Apple thing to do. Here's a product. You want to charge it? Fork us over another $100.
Yeah.
It's like buying a car and then having to shell out extra to buy wheels for it. and then you go to hop in it and it's like, oh, you wanted keys for that car as well,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another 200. I don't know. Apple are a bit sneaky.
Yeah. What's the other thing? Like, apparently it's going to be charging via the USB as well.
How does it plug in? I thought it didn't
don't
have a
know.
USB.
I've only overheard this one.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're going to get our hands on some stuff once it's available from
Yep.
UB. They're going to hook us up so we can have a play with the new
Yeah,
stuff.
well, Paul's actually going to be on the show next week. He's going to come in with some new toys for us to have a play with live on the show.
Do we get to pull
And
them
he's
apart?
going to defend Apple.
Oh, we'll do some drop tests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. So
He's probably changing his mind right now.
Yeah.
so all those products we just spent the last 10 minutes crapping on, you can get those from UB. Check them out at TR with a base or follow them on Twitter at UBNZ.
And I have to do a quick shout out as well to my nephews who are at home listening today. Kieran and Jesse and Braden.
Yeah.
Braden's probably oblivious, but
These are new immigrants to the country.
these are our new ones, fresh off the plane from Australia. And they're sitting home doing some colouring in, I believe, while they listen to Uncle Matt on the radio.
Awesome.
Hi, boys.
All right. First track this week.
On the Chin. I believe it's Kings of Leon. I didn't write it down, but I think it is.
Okay. You're on hashtag.
There's this boy I know who's afraid of the ocean. Never quite found and shattered like the window. All my life I was born to lead. Were not just leave me be. I'll abide till the end, and I'll take it on the chin for you, my friend. On my bag of bones, back of the station, said make yourself at home. So I started day drinking. Said I believe in time after 7, 8, or 9. You fall yourself to pieces. All my life I was born to lead. Were not just leave me be. I'll abide till the end, and I'll take it on the chin for you, my friend. All my life I was born to lead. Were not just leave me be. I'll abide till the end, and I'll take it on the chin for you, my friend. I'll take it on the chin for you, my friend. I'll take it on the chin for you, my friend.
For your daily reality check, tune in to Free FM. Find us streaming live wherever you are on freefm.org.nz or download our free app for all that and much more, because it's Free FM, real community radio.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
You're back with Hashtag, and we have the boys here from PODfellas, and they are taking selfies before they talk on the radio.
We are not.
So, introduce
we are.
yourselves. So we got Ben here who's dressed Swish as, and
Swish.
Max Payne.
and then we've got Sash here who looks like he's had an accident on his scooter on the way here.
Should probably get that looked at. Is it healing? Does it look all right?
You've looked better.
Okay. Fair enough. Hi, I'm Sash Nixon from PODfellas.
So what shows do you guys just do the PODfellas show, or?
We do a show called Kneel Before Pod, which is part of the PODfellas group of shows run by Will Fleming.
Yep.
And yeah, our pod is just a geeky kind of get together. We're just a handful of us every week, just geek out. Our motto is we're the only pod show that allows you to get freaky while we get geeky. So,
oh, nice.
Whatever that means to you at home, in the comfort of your own home, you know, if you want to light something up, or just, you know, by the fire, under the covers, or with your lady friend or man friend.
You guys are looking quite close there.
Oh, we prefer it this way.
It's hard being apart, actually.
I can imagine.
So you guys went along to Armageddon along with us as well. Thoughts? because I think on our side of the fence here, we weren't overly impressed with this year's Armageddon.
It was definitely smaller than last year, and we're coming off the back of going to Auckland Armageddon as well, which is a bit more of an experience.
That's huge compared to here.
Yeah.
I mean, if we put Auckland out of the picture, because I mean, I think Wellington's probably the only one that you can really compare to Auckland.
Yeah, we've never been to Wellington, so
no,
kind of keen to go down there. And
I was going to say Comic-Con this year.
Yeah,
I think so. I think we're keen to do a road trip down to.
Well, it'll be the first ever New Zealand Comic-Con, so...
So Wellywood.
Wellywood, yeah. Oh, it should be good. You guys have been to Wellington?
We haven't been to the Wellington one, no.
Okay.
No. But, yeah.
Now, this one's Hamilton, we're trying to put a finger on it as to why it didn't seem as great. It's really hard to tell.
Just seemed smaller. Like, I don't know, just even the floor seemed smaller. There was just kind of less... I don't know, was there more excitement for Hamilton last year?
I think there was less sort of techie stuff there. It's really just cuddly toys, swords, and T-shirts.
Yeah. I think that's what it was probably for our side of it, is we're the sort of geeks that get into like the tech and all that side of things, as well as the movies and stuff. But it's the anime and all that. So it's not really our thing. So...
It is probably a generational thing as well. Like the anime just seems to be huge in this country, and it's kind of its generation, I guess. I mean, me and Ben specifically, we're kind of old school Star Wars geeks.
Yeah.
We're movie geeks, and we're gamers as well. But in terms of New Zealand, and I think specifically Hamilton as well, there's just a huge push for anime stuff. Which is cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not crapping on them at all.
But it just doesn't really leave as much, I guess, for the for the other kind of genres.
See, and this is where I sort of think the Hamilton one is sort of they've dropped the ball. As in Auckland, they've got something for every sort of facet of geekery. They've got the anime guys, they've got the comic book guys, they've got the PC gamers, they've got the console gamers, they had wrestlers last year from the WWE, so they've got every sort of facet of geekery.
Yeah, and some A-listers as well. I think this year's Hamilton, while there are some very talented people there, they didn't really have the big pull on anyone, Auckland, we had MacGyver.
How do you beat MacGyver?
You can't really top MacGyver. Maybe
Chuck Norris?
Maybe they just gave up.
Chuck Norris.
After MacGyver.
They could have beaten MacGyver.
It's all downhill.
Chuck Norris could have.
Yeah. But if he wanted to turn up, he would have turned up.
He's just had his 75th birthday, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a really cool...
Yeah, he did,
There's a cool little montage video that somebody did, like a birthday video of... I was like, 10 of those Chuck Norris facts.
Yeah.
And they did a montage of all of his movies, and you're just watching it, like him leaping through the air and smashing, feet first into moving cars and shit like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Chuck. We love you.
But yeah, I agree though. The guests this year were
good but not spectacular.
I thought did you guys go to the panels for them?
No, because I didn't, because like when we were there, it was like the guys from The Hobbit and stuff like that. I have never watched a Lord of the Rings film.
Ah, well, okay, it's time for me to leave.
Yeah, I've never watched a Lord of the Rings film. I've never watched any of the Hobbit films.
Okay.
Basically, anything that's been filmed in New Zealand, I'm the worst person for supporting.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff filmed here that you wouldn't even realise was filmed here, though.
That's probably true.
You've seen like Raiders of the Lost Ark, etc., though. Yeah. So you had, John Rhys Davies, who played Sulla.
And Gimli.
And he's been in a whole bunch of other stuff, and he was a really good speaker. Like, he kind of lost the thread kind of when he came up on after the end of his point.
Yeah.
But he had some really, really awesome stuff to say. He's kind of one of these actors that's been in the business so long and done everything, and he doesn't really give a crap what anybody else thinks anymore. You've got younger actors who they're still coming up. They want to protect their career. They'll sort of go, no, it was great working on this film. We really loved it, even though they probably didn't.
Yeah.
Whereas he's just like, this was crap. The writers were crap on this, but in a really funny way, not in a bitter kind of way. So it was cool listening to him.
Yeah.
Manu Bennett as well did a good panel. He wasn't good at answering questions, but he had a lot of cool
what
stories.
What was the thing with the questions?
What questions was he asked?
Lots of stuff about Arrow. He got asked so many questions about Arrow, like, you know, how did you get into the Slade Wilson kind of character? But it's hard to kind of remember the questions because someone would ask a question and he'd just sort of tell about 5 minutes of story that kind of, and he to his credit, he did sort of go, oh, I haven't actually answered your question, and he'd go back and he'd finish it up, but the story would just, you know, evolve.
I actually quite like that in the panel usually, is where you are getting stories and stuff like that instead of just yep, I liked that.
Yeah, it was thoroughly entertaining, and I don't know, you never know if you've never seen interviews with these people before what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
And they were both just really awesome to listen to.
Did you get the obligatory, what was it like to work with Stephen Amell?
No, surprisingly, no one even brought him up. Yeah.
So, look, if you were to suggest a change for next year, what would it be, Matt?
I think first of all, one or two lead actors from some shows or movies. I mean, we got plenty of talent there who have played important roles, but not really the lead roles.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that really stand out and pull the punters in, I think.
Yeah.
So one or two big names, and a bit more diversity. You know, there's only so many stands you can go to for a cuddly toy and a T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, I think I walked past at least 3 onesie stalls, at least 5 stalls selling the same T-shirts.
Yeah. And I mean, the T-shirts and stuff are cool. I mean, they certainly have their place there, but we need something else as well. It can't just be that every time.
I think the gaming was missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was some League of Legends going on, but I agree with you guys. There should be more kind of gadgets and stuff. I mean, geeks will usually buy that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, up in Auckland, they've put a massive push on the gadget side of things. It's got an entire hall now almost dedicated to gaming.
Though I don't know if they had it last year. We certainly took advantage of it this year. This place, high IQ liquor merchants.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so they had taste testing of various high quality liquors.
Yeah, and we tasted various liquors. We're actually pretty liquored up right now, but you won't notice. We just talk like this normally, but
very good.
We start, slurring, then you'll know why. But yes, that was very good. I mean, that was probably the most interactive stall that we went to, was the the alcohol place where they gave you free samples. Thank you, ladies.
There was a huge range of different coloured beverages available too, I noticed.
Yes.
Taste the rainbow.
I don't drink, so it was a bit of a non-event for me, that stand.
Yeah, so I think the only real interactive stand, apart from the lovely ladies at the drink stand, was probably the V one.
Yeah.
And the queue was massive for that.
It was better than last year, and Auckland had the same thing. I guess they'll probably do the same thing at the Auckland one this year, where they had the 360 camera 360.
Yeah.
This year it was making a trading card version of yourself, which it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Like, especially for cosplayers, you could turn up. It was all free, and you just, the only stink thing was you had to wait in a queue, but you usually have to wait in a queue for these things. But once you basically got your own little trading card made for your character with all your strengths and weaknesses and abilities and catchphrases and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
So what changes would you guys make?
I think the same thing as you guys is just expand out. I noticed it a lot more with the stalls this year, as there was very samey. You go around the corner and you'd seen it all anyway.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything new when you kept going. It's just, more T-shirts,
bit
more
of
plush
advice
toys.
For the punters too is to do a lap of all of those stalls before you buy anything, because you're bound to find the same T-shirt or coffee cup or whatever somewhere around the corner for $5 less.
I did notice though this year they had a lot more stalls that had FBOS, etc.
Yeah,
last year it was very cash heavy.
Yeah,
and there was very limited places you could get cash.
My brother-in-law came along with us this year, and I told him on the way there, we'll stop off at a cash machine so he can get some cash. He goes, I'll be right there. No, if you need to buy something, bro. I think they only had last year that FPOS machine that you got to pay a tariff to get some cash out. So yeah, benefit. Props to everybody who actually bought a.
I'll just second what you guys have already said. I mean, I think it's the variety is going to bring people in. If you know there are going to be games there that you can sort of play, it doesn't really matter what they are. There's like free stuff that you can sort of sample, or, I mean, unfortunately, we're not sort of big enough to have things like, Marvel panels or...
Yeah.
I guess you'd
fully
call them
understand
Disney
that too.
panels now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean...
So at least you'll be able to get the Star Wars and everything in one house now.
Exactly.
One panel.
Mouse house.
Yeah.
But just, I've been to San Diego Comic-Con in 2011, so it's like everything feels like a step down for me at every Armageddon, so I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah.
Because they do have Marvel panels and they do have Star Wars panels, and they, store the market. Like the floor is like, it's like a massive football field of just like, everything you can possibly imagine, from replicas to toys to, cosplay things to, leather versions of costumes or whatever. So it's kind of ridiculous. That's the most extreme version of it. So we only have kind of a really kind of minute sort of glimpse at.
Yeah, see, I'm not expecting Hamilton to even be anything like Auckland.
Yeah.
There's no way you could probably pull it off, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think we need to get closer to that guest-wise and content-wise on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, they even had they had some actually really good guests for Armageddon.
Christchurch.
Yeah. Christchurch and Dunedin. They actually had some really good, some
I've
guests.
heard nothing but good things about the Christchurch one this year, though. Apparently it was a great event.
Yeah. I mean, they had Katie Sackhoff, they had Carl Urban.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
We didn't even get casual Carl Urban on the floor this year. Last year we got casual Carl Urban just roaming around.
Yeah. For a visit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He came along to catch up with some of the other stars that were there. So, while he wasn't officially there for any panels or anything, he was hanging about.
Yeah, and he was taking photos of people just bumped into him. Yeah,
that's cool. I guess there's a lot more of that going on these days. With you see a bit of it in the States where the stars go dressed up, or they.
Yeah.
Who was it? There was Elijah Wood, I think, went as Spider-Man or something.
Yeah, the guy from Mythbusters does it every year.
Oh, right.
And you've got to try and find him if you can track him down. Anyway, it must be time for a track, and we'll come back and talk some gaming and stuff, eh?
I think that sounds like a bloody good idea.
Yeah. I think probably to wrap up Armageddon, we're not completely crapping on Hamilton.
No, not at all. I think that they need to look at their opportunities to improve.
I think the moral of the story is we've said nothing bad about any other Armageddon. Definitely grab tickets to Auckland.
And some marketing and advertising, because the Hamilton ones just kind of snuck up on everyone.
Especially this year.
Even I was pretty much oblivious to it until earlier this week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, is it this weekend? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people need more time to plan, put some money aside, especially if you're taking the kids along and they want to buy stuff.
Yeah.
They really need to get it out there in the public a bit earlier.
Yeah. So it was still an awesome day out. Like, we took the kids, had a ball this year.
Yeah, heaps of fun stuff for the kids to do.
It's just, there's room to improve. Yeah. Anyway, next track, Lighthouse.
Yes, it is. Future Islands.
Cool.
Fantastic band. They've been on Letterman and everything.
You're on hashtag.
When I couldn't see you for the wall, what was that you said? What was that you said before you called? And when I couldn't catch you for the fall, what was that you said? What was that you said? Nothing hurts this much, but I've seen the way that bodies lock and bodies tend to break. And I've been away too long to be afraid. But you know, what you know is better.
is not true. But I've seen the way that the bodies lock and bodies tend to break. And I've been away. I've been away too long. And I don't know a better place. But you know, what you know is better, is brighter. And you know, what you know is better, is brighter. This is where we were when they showed you were the duck inside of me, in spite of me, on a pinch in the park. And this is where we are, in your bed, in my arms, outside of me, in spite of we. I showed you were the duck, and you said to me, you know, what you know is better, is brighter. And you know, what you know is better, is brighter.
Hey, Dad.
Johnny, can you help me with this iPhone?
Oh, Dad, just go to UB.
UB, Hamilton's only dedicated Apple authorized reseller and service provider for all your Apple needs, including iPads, iPhones, portables, and desktops. Come talk to the experts at UB, Te Awa at the base. To keep up to date with the latest news and announcements, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at UBNZ, or head into stores so we can help you be the best you can be.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
You're back with Hashtag with Fid McAwesome, Maddie, and the PODfellas.
The PODfellas, Ben and Sash.
Hey!
Woo! PODfellas. You can check them out. www.podfellas.com. Follow them on Twitter at PODfellas. That's fellas with an F and an E, not a fellas.
Yeah, not
Not a
PODfellas.
fellows.
Yeah.
It's fellas. I highly recommend checking them out. I follow them on Twitter and occasionally see them tweet stuff. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, we're pretty much the R-rated version of what you guys do.
Pretty much. Yeah. Gaming. Some massive news for Fid, being a Nintendo fan. Yes.
The Nintendo 3DS platform actually outsold Xbox One and PS4 throughout February in the US.
That's actually a surprise, though.
Whoa.
This is the new 3DS, I assume?
Well, the 3DS platform, I wonder if they're encompassing all the...
I'm wondering, I'm actually wondering if they're bundling the whole lot together.
It could possibly be doing that, but it made for a great headline, didn't it?
Yeah. That's how they do.
In other fantastic news, lots of great games coming out, and we can also look forward to Goat Simulator.
Yes!
Coming to the Xbox One and Xbox 360 this April. One of last year's biggest unexpected hits.
Once I saw that game,
just
I was
PC?
not
Was it just on
surprised.
PC?
It was at first, yeah.
So that's going to be massive. I can't wait.
It's well worth the playing.
I believe half the fun with it was not so much the gameplay, but the glitches and the bugs in the game that made it incredibly entertaining.
It's the same as Skate 3. Have you ever played that? Skate 3, it was developed to be proper skate sim, but it's like the glitchiest game you'll ever play, and it is hilarious.
The Goat Simulator creators swore that they would not fix any bugs that were found.
Awesome.
That's some commitment to your work, isn't it? We've finished. That's it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. So yeah, can't wait for that. No official date yet, but they're talking about April. So let's hope we get a review copy.
Yes.
Yes. Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, yes.
Some more news there. The season pass is going to add another 4 playable characters to the game roster, including Jason from the Friday the 13th series. So you can be a hockey masked, knife-wielding maniac and finish him.
See, that is the game of the year for me. That one and Street Fighter 5. They're the two I'm waiting on.
Oh, yeah, Street Fighter. Hadouken!
Yeah, do you see it's also, they released this week the first trailer for Mortal Kombat X that has sort of a look into the storyline as well?
Ooh, a storyline.
Yeah. I know it's a novelty
do
for
we need a storyline?
Well, it's a new thing. Yeah.
So it's showing Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade,
Sonya.
and the daughter. So how their relationship's actually.
What's the daughter's name?
I can't remember.
Shelley or something?
Chrissy.
I
Chrissy
can't
Cage.
remember.
Chrissy. Yeah. I think it's Chrissy Cage.
So her fighting style's a nice combination of the two, though.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. The PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Mortal Kombat X have been delayed worldwide.
Oh, no.
They are still planning on releasing the PC version, PS4 and Xbox One versions, still at this stage with April 14 as the launch date, but the 360 and the PS3 versions have been delayed. I don't know why. Yeah, it's normally the other way around.
Yeah.
But that's great, because I'd rather
We'll
play it
get
on
our
the
one.
Xbox One anyhow. What else did I have? Titanfall. If anyone is still playing that game, you can now get the season pass absolutely free. Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Jump into the store there and download the season pass. You can get all the extra stuff there for nothing.
Yeah, and I see they've started working on Titanfall 2 as well.
Titanfall 2's been announced, yes. So they are also going to bring that to other platforms, not just Xbox. They are talking about bringing it to PS4 and PC as well.
Nice.
That'll be nice. The BBC, the British Broadcasting Company, have announced that they're going to make a 90-minute dramatic film that tells a story about Rockstar Games and how they came to dominate the gaming market with their Grand Theft Auto series. It'll be basically a docudrama about the creation and making of the games and how it rose to basically take over. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we were having a talk just before you guys turned up. Like, is it going to be more documentary, or by the sounds of it, it's going to be like an acted-out, full-on drama situation?
A docudrama.
So what would
Vid.
docudrama be then?
It'll be a cross between a documentary and a dramatic film.
So it would be factual, but
It'll
acted.
be factual but acted. That's correct.
If they can do something like The Social Network, which was, based in fact, but they obviously took a few liberties here and there for the sake of the drama.
Yeah.
And get someone like a David Fincher to direct it. I'm in. I mean, I'm a big Rockstar Games fan.
That's what they're touting it as.
Yeah, Rockstar Games to me are just one of the best developers on the planet right now. I mean, Red Dead Redemption is one of my all-time favorite games.
Yeah. I mean, we know nobody can make a decent video game movie. Maybe they can make movies about the people that make the games.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, it's just the question of if that. I mean, there are so many bad adaptations.
Yeah, well, they're saying that it is going to be the gaming industry's version of the
Social Network.
The Social Network.
Okay, yeah, that could work. I mean, because there's
a heap of drama there.
Much. Yeah, there's so much that we probably don't know about what goes on. Like I remember
the lawsuits.
Yeah, I mean, when Red Dead was just before it was released, there was all this drama about how they were kind of overworking a lot of their workers, and they were working for too many hours, and their wives were complaining, and their partners were complaining about it, and they were just because they were basically in crunch mode, and they're trying to get the thing finished, and there was all this drama that kept sort of happening, and it was like, you don't really know how true it is, but something must have, sparked that. So I'm sure there's heaps of interesting stories.
Yeah.
But it's two like British brothers or something that run.
Yeah, it was actually created by the same company that created Lemmings back in the day.
Bullfrog. Was it Bullfrog?
Bullfrog, or was it another company that went on to become...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
that explains why it's BBC doing it.
If you go through the timeline of Rockstar backwards, it ends up at Lemmings.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's, the BBC are doing it because it's a part of their Make It Digital initiative, where they're looking to celebrate coding in the UK and try and get more kids involved in coding. So
the UK's got quite a rich history.
Basically take the biggest, most successful gaming franchise around at the moment, make a film out of it that the kids will want to watch and get them into coding, show them that they can make a lot of money, buy lots of drugs and hookers.
And then run over the hookers.
And then run over them.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right.
Don't waste ammo.
No.
It's expensive.
I'd just like to point out, it's kind of interesting that Sash and I are both sitting here in the studio talking about gaming with Finn and Matt, and we're dressed as video game characters.
Hey, are we? I thought that's just what we wear on a Saturday.
Well, yeah.
It's just general Saturday attire for you guys.
Yeah. Well, the two planets have aligned, and here we are.
I'd just like to, put a shout out to the Uncharted game series. I'm really looking forward to Uncharted 4 this year. Which has just been delayed.
It's one of those games you get to keep looking forward to.
Yeah. It's like Half-Life.
The anticipation is.
It's a Half-Life 3. It's right up there.
No. Also, if you're a teenager.
Oh, no.
Just checked.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
They've done some studies. They found they studied 15-year-olds, particularly boys, playing playing online games and stuff. They found that the ones who play the single-player video games, between once a month and almost every day, do better on average with math, science, reading, and problem-solving than children who play single-player games every day or never. So you don't want to play every day. You don't want to play online with all your friends. You want it to be single player. And apparently that does give the kids an edge with problem solving, maths, reading.
It just means they won't have girlfriends, I guess, or boyfriends.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they found that the more success they had was the ones that were more balanced. So they weren't playing every day. They were still doing other extracurricular stuff as well.
But they still didn't have girlfriends.
See, I'm lucky in that I
didn't have a girlfriend when I was 15.
I got a girlfriend who likes watching me play games, especially with the ones with stories, like story-based narrative, sort of with good
you
characters.
Still believe that? Okay.
That's what she tells me.
See, I've got the opposite problem. I've got one that if I put the controller down to leave the room to go do something, I come back and I don't get it back. She's sitting there playing it.
Oh, see, too far. Yeah. No, I want to play. She can't play.
Yeah.
She just has to watch. I'm talking about games, by the way.
Gaming. Right, back to the gaming.
Back to the gaming.
Goat Simulator. Be very popular in your house.
PS4. PlayStation Network. Free games for this month. If you are on the PS4, Oddworld New and Tasty. If you don't know what Oddworld New and Tasty is.
Oddworld.
Yep. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey back in the day.
Abe's Odyssey.
It is
Abe's and farts and stuff.
Yep. It's Abe's Odyssey rebooted for the PS4.
Nice.
100% free this week. This month, sorry. Valiant Hearts: The Great War is available for free. It's a indie title by Ubisoft. So it's published by Ubisoft, but it was an indie developed title.
Mm-hmm.
Great game, beautiful cartoon animation-y thing about a very dark time.
Beautiful.
Ollie Ollie, which is one of the strangest skateboard games ever.
Oh, is that a skateboard game? I remember seeing Ollie Ollie come up in the games when I saw the list online, but I wasn't sure what it was.
It's like a 2D side-scrolling skateboard game.
Okay.
Quite odd.
Cool.
And if you happen to have a PS3, Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments is free. And Papa Yo.
And Counter Spy is free across all
PlayStation platforms, the PS4, the PS3, and the PS Vita. And Counter Spy is actually a really good game. I reviewed that one about 2 months ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The March update's available now for Xbox One. They've introduced the clear tiles, so you can see through them, so you can see your wallpaper. You can also take screenshots with, if you've got a Kinect, you can just say Xbox, take a screenshot.
Yay.
And it will.
Yeah.
Or you can double tap the Xbox button and hit Y, I think it is, and you'll grab a screenshot as well. And you can set those as wallpapers. You can share them. You can do whatever you like. So it's quite nice. I've got one of the loading screens from GTA 5 because I've come to love those as my wallpaper.
So that's another one of those features that Sony had from launch.
Eh?
It's another one of those features that Sony had from launch.
Yeah, Sony have the share button.
Yeah,
which is I use it all the time.
Yeah,
for just sharing graphics and screenshots and stuff. It's a cool feature. It's cool that Xbox players have that feature now as well, because it's just we're in the kind of sharing world with social media and stuff. So it's all sort of connected.
It's all about sharing.
Yeah, I think the only thing I ever shared from the 360 was you could share from Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or in our case, oversharing, right, Ben?
Yeah, and also I'd like to point out that PC had all of this stuff.
Okay, moving on.
Moving right along. Well, so, I'll just see if I can get an Ubuntu nerd in to argue with you.
Yes.
Hashtag PC Elite.
I do own a PC, Ben. Yeah, you'll be pleased to know. It's got 32 gig of RAM, which I'm told is a lot.
PlayStation have also got their big
and an optical drive for
an optical drive doesn't get used. PS4 update, the 2.5 Yukimura.
Oh, Yukimura.
That is coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Google that, usual spelling.
Yep, usual spelling. A sub account to master account upgrade, so if you've got a kid's account, you can actually upgrade it to a big boy account.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Facebook friend search. Now, this one here is quite a cool one because I don't know if you can do this on Xbox or not, but you can sync all your social accounts with your PlayStation account.
Ooh.
So if your Facebook friends are on the PlayStation Network, you can now find them and friend them.
That's fantastic news.
I actually think that's cool.
Can you do that on PC, Ben?
Well, I don't have PlayStation Network.
No, you can't probably. So,
no.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you actually find people on a PC? I believe that's where it began. Facebook and stuff.
Well, here's another feature that you guys haven't got yet on Xbox. The remote play and share play function.
Oh, yes.
It's getting upgraded to 60 frames per second.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, which, if anyone's ever used this, it's going to make a huge difference.
So is that what is that again?
Remote play is being able to do it from the phone.
So,
but
60 frames per second on your phone.
Yeah, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, but the share play is being able, if you've got friends on the PlayStation Network elsewhere.
Oh,
in the
and they
world,
don't have to have the same game.
Nah, they can just play it off your game.
Play with you. Okay, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. So doing that at 60 frames a second, that's pretty awesome. There's also trophy improvements and share video clips now to Dailymotion. I don't think that's actually a big deal.
Okay.
Who uses Dailymotion?
What is Dailymotion?
It's another video site.
It's a little app thing I see pop up on. I might even be on my smart TV. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got it on mine.
Yeah, one of those apps that you never look at.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's Sony stuff. What have you been playing?
I've been Grand Theft Auto 5 heists on Xbox
Oh,
One.
they've got the new DLC, eh?
They have. Unfortunately for me, you need 4 people for a heist. And
you don't have 4 friends.
I don't even have 3. That's the trouble. I would be the 4th person.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 of us: me, my brother, and my brother-in-law, who regularly play poorly together online, and we've just been struggling to get a 4th person in who wants to play nicely.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's out there with an Xbox One who wants to join the Fluffy Bunny crew,
it's a manly crew.
Just hit us up, and we'll send you a pink bunny.
Yeah, you should tell the PODfellas boys to hear about the gang colours and everything of the crew.
It's all fairly pink.
Yeah.
Did you come up with a colour scheme, or...?
It was actually my brother.
Nice.
Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or as we call him, Scott.
Scott. I see. Say no more.
Yeah.
No, he's taller than me, so don't hassle him too much.
He's also darker than you.
Yeah. We don't look
Ooh.
very brotherly.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I have fond memories of the milkman.
Yeah.
Uncle
Fitu.
Milkman.
Yeah. Uncle Fitu, the milkman.
Milk being the operative word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I clocked the Order 1886 this week.
You clocked it.
How
Yep.
long did it take you?
6 hours. Yeah, but I'm not a marathon player. Like, I won't turn
6
on.
hours, yeah. I mean, I heard it was quite like a polished story-based type
Very
game.
polished. There are a lot of people who are crapping on it because it is such a short game, and 6 hours is a quick game, but amazing experience.
So, good rental.
Excellent rental.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
like, when I heard those 6 hours, I was like, I'm actually looking forward to playing it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not one I would buy like off the shelf.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm hoping that it's going to have some DLC for it.
yeah.
If they have some good DLC stories released later, I think it's going to be a good investment to buy, but at this stage, definitely a rental game.
What are you guys looking forward to that's coming up?
Mortal Kombat X, Street Fighter 5. There was another one on my list, I can't remember. But those are my two big ones.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, Silent Hills.
Oh, okay.
Silent Hill, yeah.
Oh, you guys played the demo?
Oh, I loved it.
God.
That scared the crap out of me. I
Bored
loved
me
it.
to tears.
You haven't played it, have you? Oh, you watched the video.
I watched the video
Oh.
of someone else playing the demo.
Okay.
Yeah.
My God, that was boring.
It's different when you're playing it, though.
Yeah,
When you
it's
have
in
that
a dark
controller
room.
in your hand and you just, yeah.
Did you manage to get all the unlocks?
No, well, I got.
There was that one
point.
weird one where you had to whisper into the controller.
Yeah, I got to it. See, I didn't know that, obviously, and then
Yeah.
I looked up a couple of things just to finish the thing.
I had to do that as well.
Yeah. But no, it was a good experience.
Is that only on PlayStation, that one?
I'm assuming it is going to be a
I was just
PlayStation
thinking,
exclusive.
I don't whisper into my Xbox controller at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're missing
You'd like-
out, man.
You'd
You
like to
are
have that
missing out.
experience. That's right. Maybe Cortana will come to the Xbox and you'll be able to talk to her.
Well, Cortana is coming to Apple and Android.
You kidding me?
Why would I kid you?
Because you do these things to me quite regularly on here.
No, that's a definite rumor.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one particularly, but it does fit with Microsoft's overall strategy, which seems to be like last year pushing out Office to iOS and that sort of thing. They've basically gone, let's
Let's embrace
diversify.
everything.
Yeah, let's get into everything like
Yeah.
we used to.
They're a completely different company than they were 10 years ago, eh?
Yeah.
I think we're out of time.
We're just about. Very close.
Very close.
So, anyway, where can people find you guys online?
Well, like Matt pointed out before, we're at www.podfellas.com. We're the Kneel Before Pod section of it. There are a few other Podfellas broadcasts, but we're the cool one. and
You're
fun
the best one.
Yeah,
Ignore
but
all the rest.
definitely the more adult one.
Yeah.
The other ones are stink.
Yep. Or we're at Podfellas on Twitter.
What about your personal accounts?
Twitter-wise, I'm at Ben Corks with an X.
And I'm at Daggard, Daggard, on Twitter. So hit us up, hashtag #KneelBeforePod, and look us up on PodFellas. We're up to episode 40-something or other. So talking about geek stuff, superheroes, gaming, everything.
Oh, thanks for coming on the show anyway, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, guys.
That's all right. We'll probably make an appearance on one of your podcasts at some stage.
That's demanded now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we owe you one now.
Goes around, comes around, eh?
Yeah.
Share the love.
Anyway, that's us for this week.
See you.
#me.co.nz.
For more episodes of this community access radio show, please visit freefm.org.nz. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this podcast possible through funding the Access Internet Radio Project.